And everyone from a packed football park, welcome to the local derby, take two. It's the Adelaide Crows this afternoon against Port Adelaide. The Crows looking for revenge. They are packed to the rafters here this afternoon. It is going to be an absolute beauty. Northerly wind blowing at the moment could make conditions a little bit difficult for football. We'll check on that shortly with Neil Curley here, wouldn't it?
Well, with rain threatening, Peter, and a very, very strong wind going to right of screen, unfortunately, whoever wins the toss, it could decide the outcome of the game, because what it also does, it gives the coach that wins the toss the opportunity to assess the situation with a quarter of footy and then plan his tactics for the second quarter.
Yeah, it's just to the wind here, really, there. Looking at the flags on top of the super boxes here at the right of screen as we look at it from our commentary position, they're standing out quite markedly from the flagpoles.
Yeah, very strong breeze. We watched the young under-17 boys play a game here earlier, and kicking to the left of screen, it was difficult, but certainly long distances going down to the right of screen.
They're right into it in Adelaide. Huge coverage in the press by way of previews. The Crows looking for some revenge.
Red, a loose man in defence.
Yes, and they got no one at centre half forward at this stage, Port Adelaide. So Primus to contest the bounce. Up he goes with Pittman. Pick up by James. James out towards the half-forward line. Marking contest there. Jarman. Johnson paddles it forward. Vardy. Quick kick. There's a free kick, umpire Rowan Sawyer says.
Downs were playing in between the full forward, that's Cummings, and the centre-half forward position. Josh Franco playing at the true centre-half forward position for Adelaide. Now there's a penalty, 50 metres.
50-metre penalty.
Concentration of players. There is not one player in the Port Adelaide half of the ground at the moment. All the players are down the ground.
Crows against the wind. Vardy kicks. Bickley and Jarman are there. They could tear it. Jarman. Low trajectory pass. Bond on the end of it, just inside the boundary line.
Shane Bond, brother Troy, playing for Port.
Likewise the Jameses. Kiuskas nearly. Still gets his kick. Gets taken high as he kicks up towards good marker Hart.
Terrific mark.
Bickley on centre wing.
Peter, for your interest, Rombotis, Lockwood and Squire started on the bench for Port Adelaide, and for the Crows, Chalmers, Collins and Sampson.
This guy's having a great season. Number 44, Peter Caven, approaching his 100th game and playing, as I said, the best footy of his career.
Ball holding up in the breeze.
Sure is. Huskis again. It's more like a gale at the moment. Same ruckman. Huskis over the top. Free kick, Adelaide.
Huskis has taken a risk. He's playing loose across half-back.
Pittman with the kick. The only scorer for the Crows so far, that solitary behind. He'll hug the boundary line with the kick, which he does. Oh, smart! What a mark! Can he fly? Terrific mark. It'll go close to mark of the day. What a grab.
Well, obviously he didn't realise where he was. Because as a footballer at this level, you've got a sixth sense, or you should have that sixth sense of where everything is or where players are before you start.
Well, here's a chance now. Vardy, a flying shot at goal, is way offline. And it's out of bounds on the full.
I reckon that rain's not too far away, boys.
Well, Neil Curley and Matthew Campbell down on boundary line. I noticed that Matthew took an umbrella down with him from upstairs here. Oh, there's a good mark. Just unopposed in the finish. Brett James. But the local boys, Matty and Curls, they've predicted the rain will fall. The kick in towards full forward. That's a mark. Taken by Darren Jarman.
Kick 7 against Richmond.
There's a poor effort. I think that was Paxman coming from behind. We see here Jarman in front. The man behind here, Paxman, look how far he is out of the action.
Well, Jarman really should convert here. He's only 20 metres out. Straight in front of goal. Again, doesn't have to kick it all that hard. Just drop it on your boot correctly. And he does. The Crows have got their first goal.
Jarman kicks the Crows first. 4 goals the difference. Rowan Saws puts it down. Pittman wide. Umpire Rowan Saws says a free kick going the Crows' way for a high tackle. And Pittman's going to be the recipient, you'd reckon, on that. Got one right in the scone. Long kicks the order of the day. Spirals it down. Primus. Oh, Brewer collided with Bond. Primus had it, lost it, dropped it. Bond's hand pass blocked. Gee, that was almost a throw. Vardy snaps, and he kicks a ripper! Crows get their second. 3 goals the difference. What a game of footy.
A quick reply. The Port side really had to work hard in the first quarter to score their goals, but Adelaide have gone there very quickly and scored 2 very quick goals. Now, can they hang on, Port? There's Vardy. He's putting it and hoping it, but as soon as it left his foot, his teammates indicated
Where he kicked it from.
There's Brewer giving a lead out wide. He saw him, see how he went to the right.
Michael Wilson for Port Adelaide. Kicks to within 50 metres. The ball spills now. This is Johnson. Johnson for Adelaide. Good vision, handball, Wren. Running in support was Jamison. Jamison's kick to half forward, good mark. The ball travelling quite fiercely and well controlled by Vardy. Goes in short. Another mark, Modra. Long way down the ground, Tony Modra is nearly in the centre. First kick goes for the big torpedo punt. And it'll be marked. Well marked. Peter Caven, is it?
Now, Wanganeen slipped over in the goal square just as that ball was in flight. You see there, but he's still a long way from him, Wanganeen.
Well, it was an excellent mark by Peter Caven. Curls?
Yeah, this is Peter Caven's been doing a lot of this year, drifting down. He scored quite a few goals from centre half back, and he must be watched. But Malcolm Blight would be praying for those rain gods to stay away.
Well, they've got it at their back, and 3 quick goals now.
The half forward. Jamison did well to get a fist to it. Hard. Downsborough charge. Oh, gets poleaxed. And Jamison got held when not in possession. He's going to get the free kick. Brings it to the member stand side.
Wanganeen's loose in the back line for Port.
Connor the target, picked up by Rashudo right on the boundary. It's a Port home game, so he gets the rounds of the kitchen. Marking contest at half forward. Huskus a chance, he's been good. Primus leaves it for him. Still Huskus. Back to Wanganeen was excellent handball. Oh, low! He rode that beautifully. Jarman, who's kicked the goal already, into the pocket for Bond and marks. He'll want to get it moving quickly. Early in this term. Just stagnating a little bit at the moment since the rain came.
3 loose men in the Port back line, Lyle, Huskus and Lade.
We're on centre wing. Downsborough front spot, loses out. Kick by James from Pittman's tap. Mead from centre half back. On his own is Ben Hart. Mark safe on his chest. Just gets his kick in. Knew the player was there. As I said, it's becoming pretty slippery. Wren's tackle with effect, but that one's a little bit better on Lyle. Now Caven. Brewer drags him off it. Jarman his opponent. Around Huskus. Around Brewer. Jarman, great skills. From outside 50. Oh, what a goal! Darren Jarman, a beauty. And Port Adelaide leading 7-1 to 4-2. The rain still falling.
And the wind still blowing very, very fiercely down to that right-hand end.
Wren and Downsborough. Oh, beautifully done, Wren. Smart. Oh, I had to get rid of it. Good tackle, Franco. Johnson. Rashudo. They need more from him. Bombs it long into the goal square and off the hands of the pack for one behind. Crows would love a couple more before half-time. They've got, interestingly, the wind still very much from the north. It hasn't turned around to the south. Umpire Jamie Love barking instructions there. Lade gets front position. Bickley nearly scooped up to Brown. has kicked a couple of spectacular goals. Oh, Jarman, what a mark under these conditions. Under any conditions, really. That was a beauty.
In conditions like this, it sometimes rewards the man that is running second, because the ball very hard to handle and the ground treacherous. And
Smart.
it will slip through.
That's a mark, surely, yes. Took a specky earlier, almost in the same spot. A different style of mark. He had the sit, and he can bring down a big mark. So the Crows again taking time. They trail at half-time. 16 points was the margin. Adelaide punched it, albeit not very far. Johnson. Kick comes out towards the two Bonds out there. Brothers playing on each other.
That has happened. The Crows have got possession of the ball more so than Port Adelaide. Port Adelaide just sitting back on their heels a little bit, believing that the breeze is going to do it for them. They've got to get hold of that footy.
Franco does. He gets taken over the line. So too with the football. Particularly good tackle. Again, chewing up more time.
I think it's an unconscious thing that creeps into players' minds when they've got the breeze at their back.
Well, they used it so well in the first quarter with some lovely long goals. That one from Daniels was a pearler. Bickley's kick only travels about 20 metres. Bond goes off the ground. Kick by Hart. Modra nearly for his first goal. A little give. Barney! It's through. It's there. At the moment, 34 to 51. Layden Pittman once more. Knocked on by Rashudo. Pittman, Rashudo again. Kick up by Sampson. Out in front of goal, Modra. He really has had a dirty day. Vardy's a goal kicker, but not this time. He tries to bend it back, but only a minor score. 1-1 to Peter Vardy. 9-4 to 5-5. And Ben Hart's going to kick it back into play. So probably no further addition to the score, barring a silly free kick. Kick stands up into the breeze. Punched over the line by Chalmers, and that is three-quarter time. In very difficult conditions for the players and the spectators here at Footy Park. It goes back to the toss early, doesn't it, which was won by Port Power. They kicked to the right with the breeze. They kicked 5-1 to 1 behind, led by 30 points. That was reduced to 16 points at the main change. But when the rain came at half-time, they've had these conditions pretty well, and you would think on the scoreboard, well, if you're a betting man, a punting man, you'd go with Port Adelaide. 9-4-58, the Crows. 5-5-35. The margin is 23 points. Back in a moment. Let's go to the boys on the boundary.
Yeah, well, Matty, I don't think you'll see too many Port Power forwards in the forward line.
No, you're right, Kels. You must have done a bit of coaching in your time. Jack Cale will congest the forward line. He will try to push it over to the other side as well to slow it down, so no surprises from Jack.
Crows' shots for goals must be goals from to win this football match.
Hey, Curls, give him a bit of the umbrella, will you?
No, the damn no. It's my umbrella.
He's in the Hall of Fame. He gets what he wants.
Oh, he's in the Hall of Fame as well. Thanks very much.
Just think you've only got 25 minutes left, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robbo.
Well, is the difference too great? You would think.
And the rain continues to fall. I mean, that's going to make it extremely difficult, even if it wasn't before that.
Well, the boys are very keen to get on with it because they've chewed up the three-quarter time allotment, but the clock still has some few seconds to tick down, and that's why the umpire is waiting. Rowan Soares, patient as ever. Laid up high, loses to Wren in the ruck. Wanganeen missed it. Costa, long ball, lands it just inside 50.
Well, they started
by Mead, sees it over the boundary line.
They started with plenty of enthusiasm. I like the way that Wren attacked the ball and Costa coming off the edge of the square.
Runner up in the best and fairest last year. Detroit. Thomas is kicked to half forward. Oh, he's having a good season. Peter Caven. Cummings stands the mark. And he's being brought back on the mark to take the kick. But still the Crows, as we expected, finding it hard to score. Ben Hart from right half back.
Kicks it out wide where Wren has taken the mark on his chest. A lovely long hand pass down to Sampson. Well done by Sampson. Jarman handles the ball nicely and in the third quarter.
I don't know how long he was on the ground before he kicked those 2 goals. Well, certainly the first one, but it was a beauty. Dickey tries to come over the top. Hart, or high tackle. It'll be a free kick to Port. Franco. In fact, it's Wilson. Probably in line for the Norwich Rising Star Award, you'd reckon, this year. He's had a great year. I heard Lee Matthews say the other day, plays the game with a lot more experience than what he actually has. Rasciuto. Well, that's a mammoth kick. You can still kick low. Modra, yes, in front of goal. Maybe his first for the day. Stats aren't what you'd call exactly brilliant, Tony Modra. 2 kicks only and 2 marks.
Well, you know, you're being a little harsh because his long kick got it down. They scored a goal when they were kicking this way in the second quarter. His handball also set a goal up the other end. Now he's got a chance to register his first.
30 metres out, directly in front, and Tony Modra has kicked the goal. Sort of situation where a player could be penalised for deliberate. Not so there, but I'm sure a warning from the umpires. Wren in front. Socked away by Dickey. Franco. Might be out of bounds on the full. Connell will take the free kick. Connell from almost centre wing. Breeze behind him with a heavy ball. Jarman at the back. Franco runs out wide. Vardy's got him. Well, nearly. Wilson picks it up, but it will be another throw-in. 58-47. The Crows still needing 2 goals. They've got just under 5 minutes in which to get them. Time certainly on Port Adelaide's side. Wren and Lade. Wren nearly. McLeod with speed. They've got to kick this. He has. They're kicking it. Pinch it, Robbo. They need 1 goal.
I'll tell you what, you've got to give credit here to Sean Wren. He has been sensational in this last quarter. He has just worked so very, very hard to try and create paths, try and give the players opportunities. And up against Lade.
He's had a good game.
Yes, but Wren has stood tall. And now it's just a little bit of good fortune, one way or the other, a rat bag being escorted off the ground. 4.5 minutes left. Port Adelaide, who have led from the start, 58-53. Wren again, knocks it forward. Franco. James for the Crows. Kicks it to the danger area. Robert nearly took the mark.
Well
kicked
done,
away
Bond.
by Bond, and it'll go over for a throw-in.
Now they've got to get numbers over there. They can run this clock down.
Well, I feel that that's been to their detriment. They've got to try and get it down to the other end of the ground. Although it's difficult, only 4 players in the forward half for Port Adelaide. Wilson over the top, a big fist. Knocked forward by Connell. Diving on it, Wanganeen. Lade, attempted hack out of there by Rasciuto. Ben Hart gets it back to Sampson. Little kick has been marked by Bond. Oh. If he kicks accurately, the Crows are in front.
Under 4 minutes left. Oh, gee.
Well, a lot resting on the shoulders of Troy Bond. He's shooting from only 25 metres. And he puts it through.
Well, the Crows were in front for how long? 3.5 minutes left. One other prospect we haven't really considered is a draw.
And Adelaide could go to the top of the ladder after this if they can hang on.
Wanganeen will try to get it to Hughes because he can't. And it's going to be a ball up by umpire Rowan Saws just outside the centre square. Adelaide by a point. Let's go to the boundary line, Curls.
Well, it's a big transformation here, and I think what we're seeing is this newfound inner strength of the Crows this year under Malcolm Blight. They really believe in one another. And they just don't accept defeat.
To Rasciuto. Wilson takes it over the line, and that's going to suit the Crows. What a finish. 3 minutes left in this match. 45,000 watching. Jack Cale Well, what would he be thinking at the moment? They've led all day. Blighty seems impassive.
Peter, the swing and sway of boundary throw-ins. 1 minute it suited Port Adelaide. Now it suits the Crows.
Yes, it's amazing.
They'll win now, the Crows.
Rombotis takes it over the line that time. 2:58 left. Adelaide by a point. Wren, what a quarter he's played. Primus taps it down. Oh, Port player caught one high. Looking forward from the umpire. And we're going to see another ball up.
Well, Port, they really have tried hard today, and it's just unlucky that they just haven't finished up on top of the scoreboard. Let's hope they can get one.
One by Primus. Again out of bounds. Boys asking for deliberate. We haven't seen one of those decisions given today. And Jack Cale still ponders. Still 2.5 minutes remaining in this match. The crowd at fever pitch here.
Yeah, certainly the impetus now with the Adelaide Crows leading by a point. The breeze at their back. Brown. Bit of an up and under. Franco. Free kick to Ben Hart. Didn't see what that was for. Two guys going for the ball. Maybe being held by the jumper. Ben Hart kicks it out wide. Wilson couldn't take the mark. Rashudo at the back. Wilson goes after it. Tackled by Rashudo.
That's a free kick.
And with 2 minutes left, Wilson deep in defence for Port Adelaide. They need just one score. A minor score will level the scores. But he's a long, long way away from anything like that. Top effort by Connell. He's been pretty good, Matt Connell.
He has.
19 possessions.
Looks as though he got up with a bit of a corky there. Well, indicating he's going to kick long, which would be a sensible idea. Connell's kick, inside 50. No mark taken there. Primus tries to crash his way through. And that suits Adelaide again as the ball crosses the line once more. They lead by the narrowest of margins. Can Port Adelaide get it down for a score? One behind will draw it. A goal would give them victory. And the Crows hanging on. They've really come from behind. Wren. Vardy. Tackled by Huskus. All tied up again. What a game of football. We had wind in the first half. Some terrific goals. A slog in the second. But it's been great. Connell. Out of bounds. So the free kick on the last line of defence down there will be taken by Paxman.
Scoreless so far, Port Adelaide in the last quarter.
Well, the last few seconds of play, the kick comes to half back.
Marking contest, Ben Hart. Kick forward again by Connell. Mark taken by Vardy. So any chance that Port Adelaide would have of winning this game has been snuffed out by a tremendous effort. Character-building effort by the Crows in this last term. Difficult conditions. Rain heaving down here at Football Park. They trailed by 23 points at three-quarter time. And they're going to win this game. No doubt now. Vardy in the left forward pocket. A chance to extend their lead from 1 to 7 points. Good hit by Vardy, a great goal.
That will be it. Last half minute of the match here at Football Park, and Adelaide will come away with the 4 points. Wanganeen looking for a free kick. The umpire says, no, you're not getting one here, play on. The kick comes up to half forward. Squire out of bounds. On the full, free kick to the Crows. Nigel Smart. In fact, he's not going to take it. It's going to be Peter Caban. 7 points is the margin. Caban from right half back. Goes long, almost a spiral punt. Gets plenty of distance with the kick. The ball hit Wanganeen in the nose. Brewer paddles it forward. Wilson, a little give to his skipper. Wanganeen only succeeding in getting it back over the line, which suits the opposition perfectly, and Darren Jarman says thank you. The boundary umpire will throw it in.
Listen to this roar, Peter, when the siren sounds.
Won't be too far away. 8 seconds remaining in the contest. Bickley Out of bounds once more, and that will just about be it.
Yes, just a boundary throw-in to take place. Wren has been fantastic in this last quarter. Probably the fresh man on the scene. Primus and Wren. Up over the top was Burrow, and there it is.
Crows have won.
A huge roar from the Crows fans, and it really was a fantastic victory in the finish. They've won by 7 points after trailing at three-quarter time by 23 in near-on impossible conditions to handle the football, and they're pretty happy about it too. The players gathering on the ground. They've won this showdown number 2 by 7 points.
And just a reminder, patrons.
About building that tradition between the two clubs, though. Either team could have won it in the last quarter. Some fantastic performances. The conditions just meant the team that gutsed it out was going to get the points.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt about that. I think that probably the goal that was kicked by Troy Bond in the third term against the Breeze kept them within range, but I still thought that Port Adelaide, maybe they fell into the trap of defence. You know, when they got the ball back to the centre bouncers, they didn't really try to move the ball into their forward line to try and squeeze a goal, squeeze a score. They were scoreless in that last term, and I'm sure that that's an area where they'll look at where they may have lost this game.
We're watching the Adelaide Crows go off, obviously very happy. It's the kind of win that means so much more to a club than winning by 10 goals, isn't it?
No doubt about that, Bruce. I think that Malcolm Blight would be pretty happy with that. He had some worrying concerns, I guess, throughout the day. A master stroke. He had legs left in Big Sean Wren. Those tall guys, they never get any shorter, do they? I mean, as the game goes on, the boys get tired, but the tall fellas can stand up tall for the rest of the game.